The Ethiopians, when they come here, they don't bring women. The Pakistanis, the Somalians, the Nigerians, none of them bring women here. The children that will be born here in the next 10 years will be not Pedi, they won't be Venda, they won't be Basotho or Tonga or Swati or Zulu. They'll be something else. They've colonized the country. They've turned it upside down. It is not now. No one can now take us back. No one can now lay claim
of the country.
That's the plan. That is why it is very difficult for you to date a Jewish woman. They might even, the extremists, they might even kill the woman.
Yeah.
Right? Because you are diluting. You go everywhere in the world, in Argentina, they are skeptical about the dilution. You go to Russia itself, they don't want their women getting pregnant from outside people. They understand the importance of this thing. But when it comes here, we are told that it doesn't matter. What do you mean it doesn't matter? What do you mean? It matters as language matters.
Cape Town, cela iziphaluka zonke ekhaya elitsha, wena gugulethu, wena nyanga, wena mdlovini, zonke la ndawo siyacela guys nibe ready, siyacela bahlali nibe ready. And I know one thing in Cape Town, and the last iphondo lapha abantu bayabuza thula sinjani singabana be Cape Town ukuthi cwaka guys, akuthanga cwaka niyawuqamba umcimbi we-DA abantu bamhlophe guys, into zabo zithande ukusebenza ngohlobo but akukhoba ingathi asenze into, ikhona into lisiyenzayo but sisemaphethelweni okuyenza. That's one thing I can promise you. Bazawuphuma ama-foreigner emsebenzini, azawuphuma ama-foreigner eziyadini zabantu, azawuphuma la ma-Pakistan nalama-Somalia rent ezilokishini, bazawuphuma guys. That's one thing we can promise you. Azophuma. Sinidi support yenu ke guys, sicela nibe ready, sicela iboots zenu, sicela nje usuku, sicela nje neblood izawuconfirma. We will come and announce, sicela ngixela nabanye abantu guys abantu bafuna imisebenzi Cape Town ikhona.
So here's the second video that I promised, and it's mostly questions that I want to pose to fellow Africans who seem to be hell-bent on assuming the position of being victims. No matter how hard we try to explain ourselves that there's no xenophobia here, we are tired, they just start creating stories about people who are being hit, who are being killed. And no matter what, even last time they were taking videos of things that are unrelated and saying that those are videos that they're using to support the claim that we are xenophobic. And I promise you right now, I think you're not doing yourselves any favors by not listening to what South Africans are saying, because what we're saying is clear. We're not fighting you, we're telling you the truth as it is, and it's you that decides that you don't want to hear it, because you decide to resort to swearing, calling us names as usual. And the funny thing is, the same thing that you're doing, swearing at us, is the same thing that other immigrants who are here in South Africa are doing, and they're the same people that they are claiming that we're xenophobic against them. So here are the questions that always leave me puzzled when it comes to this issue of illegal immigrants and people claiming that they're here because they need refuge in South Africa because their countries are so bad. First of all, you guys always say South Africa is xenophobic. You say it all the time. Every 2 minutes that you get, you jump to say xenophobia, xenophobia. So my question is, if South Africa is xenophobic, why are you angry then that South Africans are saying go home? Because this is your opportunity to leave the xenophobic country. Why would you be fighting people in their country because they're xenophobic in their country, and you've got a country to go to that you can always just go back to? You don't have to put up with xenophobia. You don't have to put up with all the pain and suffering that you claim you're going through because South Africans are hitting you or killing you, whatever. Why are you guys lying and saying there's xenophobia, whereas you are refusing to leave the very same country that you claim has xenophobia? Second to that, you are the same people. 60% of you are here committing crimes. 60%. But you are the victims. We've got an entire show on South African TV called H0T, and every single Sunday, without fail, there are Nigerians that are found with drugs, selling drugs, and their answer is always that they are trying to hustle in South Africa. So our country must just keep quiet while you guys sell our children drugs and just hijack buildings, and you come here and you prostitute women, you steal children, you kidnap, you do tuck shop mafias, you sell rotten food. We must keep quiet while you do that, because if we don't keep quiet, you're going to jump to say you're going to stop trading with us. Kanti, you're not doing us a favor by trading with South Africa, by the way. You're trading with South Africa because you get something out of it. Trade works that way. You don't trade for free. You trade because you are getting something in return. But you are not trading people with us. So this thing of saying that you're going to stop trading with us is funny, because if you are trading with South Africans, trade with goods. Don't trade with us by sending us people from your country and forcing us to live with them. And then if we don't want any more of them, because there's millions and millions of them walking around committing crime, suddenly you turn around and make us the bad people. Also, another thing that I find so strange is that you are the same people that come here claiming to be refugees, to be poor, to be all these sad stories that you always give when you want to stay in South Africa. But when you are in South Africa and you realize that you claim and you want the whole world to listen to your sad stories about lies that you create, saying that there's xenophobia and you're dying and this and that, you claim that you fear for your lives. You left your country because you feared for your life. But you didn't fight for your country. But you are here in South Africa fighting South Africans for South Africa. How does that make sense? You failed to fight in your own country for your rights in your own country with your own government, for your own children's future and your entire lineage. But you are here in South Africa telling us that you're fighting South Africans because they no longer want you in South Africa. I find this so strange. I find this so strange. That where do you get this energy that you guys have to make videos about how South Africans are fighting you, what, when you don't make those videos about your government that hits you, that abuses you, that kills you, that the police just hit you randomly. Like right now, you guys are making a video trend and you are saying the worst things about South Africa. South Africans are evil, they're this, they're that, because they spoke to you and told you to go back to your country. South Africans, all they did was speak to you and tell you that you have to go back to your country. Speak. But your government, your police beat you up, they hit you, they torture you, they do the most cruel things that are against human rights. But you don't know your human rights when you're in your country, do you? So your human rights only exist when you're in South Africa. You only know South Africans to be the ones that must abide by human rights. You can do whatever you want in your country. Even here in South Africa, you do the most horrible things. You don't remind people about their human rights. You don't know their human rights. You only remember them when it comes to South Africans. Guys, I have to tell you this, whether you like it or whether you hate it, whether it makes you angry, South Africans are not going to move from the call of removing illegal immigrants and foreigners who are in this country with no approval to be here, just trying to get our documents, fraudulently getting them, corrupting the system, paying money to get here, then opening tax shops and running businesses without paying tax and doing all of these funny things, working for R1 an hour, while South Africans know that there's a minimum wage in this country. We are not going to allow you to break our laws anymore while you hide behind the banner of xenophobia. Oh, xenophobia, South Africans are xenophobic. We are tired. We allowed you guys to do that once and once upon a time, but you're not going to do it again. Now when we're standing up for ourselves in our country, something that you couldn't do in your own country, you couldn't do that in your own country. And some of you are not even in South Africa, you're in other countries, and you're claiming that we're being abusive to people. You don't even know the life that we live because of foreigners in South Africa. You don't even care, in fact, because you like being victims. Africans have a tendency of wanting to be victims about everything. You don't take accountability for the things that you do. You can't even stand up for yourselves to your own government, and that's why African countries are in such a horrible state. Because you fear your government. And you don't want African unity. You guys must be honest, you don't want African unity. You want to leave your countries in a junk to come and be in South Africa so that we must take care of you. That's the honest truth. Because if you loved your countries, and if you knew about what human rights are, you would have fought for your human rights in your country. You can't come here now and tell us that you've got human rights when you didn't remember those human rights in your country. Some of you don't even have a democracy. You don't even vote. But when in South Africa, someone tells you to go home, or we are marching in our streets against our government, handing over memorandums to our government, you have a problem with this. You ask us if we're authority. In South Africa, we are the authority. We are the authority. You know those same quotes that you always make from the Bill of Rights that South Africa belongs to all who live in it. There's also a quote that the people shall govern. You must know, they go hand in hand. You can't know one thing that favors you and do not know the other things that don't favor you. So lastly, you guys we've been very kind. None of you, not even a single one of you, has kept migrants in your country for 33 years in millions. Not even, show me one other African country that has had migrants in their country for 33 years. Not even we don't even have refugee camps for you guys because we wanted to integrate you into our country. What did you do? You took that for granted. And now you want to tell us that we're xenophobic because we're tired. No, guys. No. It's not going to work like that. It's not going to work like that. You can't even allow people to break the laws in your own country. Why are you asking us to break our own laws? Because if we don't, then we are xenophobic. There's laws in this country. There's immigration laws. There's laws that govern the behavior of people coming outside of the country, like your countries. So if you can't fight for yourselves and fight for your rights in your own country and fight for your government or with your government, don't tell us we must do the same. It's not about you here. We're not fighting you. We're fighting our government. But if you want to come here and talk like this and think that you're going to make us stop, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.